vibrations.
What you do is what the whole universe is doing at the place you call here and now. You are something the whole universe is doing in the same way that a wave is something that the whole ocean is doing.
Very, very early.
The real you.
Excuse me, Gary. Very, very early. We're here early today because, well, let me explain something to you.
So then, when you die,
Oh,
you're not going to have to put up with everlasting non-existence, because that's not an experience. A lot of people are afraid that when they die, they're going to be locked up in a dark room forever. And they have to sort of undergo that. But one of the most interesting things in the world, this is a yoga, this is a way of realization.
Alright, whatever.
Try and imagine what it will be like to go to sleep.
Alright, whatever. We had this thing recently hit the top of our sun. Send out a ripple effect, these waves, and all this stuff. I think I might start to sneeze. I guess a lot of people are thinking that whatever happens to send out this negative kind of thing, or it made people that were into this thing, this thing, whatever it is, well, they figured that it came down and it's playing around with their vibes or their lightness, the way they vibe. They feel like it's stopping them right now, or they're all going through something, but that could be the case. That could be the case. Well, I'm just getting up here early, and I'm blown away by hearing that. I get choked up when I'm onto something that makes sense. But yes, it makes sense. Then it don't make sense. So to some people it makes sense, because as we know, there's just so many different theories. So the reason why I'm not right now, well, I'm 50-50. I like, just like when somebody comes down with dementia, they're 50-50. They got one foot towards whatever, the heaven or their next thing or whatever it is, and the other foot here. The other foot. I wish this music's on. We lost the music. Where they have their foot over there. In other words, they're staying here, they're just for their family or something, or they just have unfinished business, but yet they reach the point where, this is bullshit, I had all I can, maybe they're going through a time where these waves or whatever, something that hits the sun, boom, knocks it all down here. The thing I'm trying to get to, where most of all this oneness stuff and yoga-ness and Reiki, and go around healing and saying you're going to live forever, that's it, no questions. But I was in these groups, and well, they try to string you along, try to push you along, but if you're not vibrating on a certain level, they want to get rid of you. They just don't want you around. Or if you mention scriptures, if you say anything, let's talk about Jesus. Anyway, what about Jesus? Talked to some people. They said yes, they believe Jesus existed. Well, I said, well, whose teachings do you think he taught? I think he would taught his fathers, God. And And they say, well, the Bible, it's all man-made. It's, rewritten by man. And I gotta say to myself, well, if this beautiful charge, or whatever you're talking about, this light, divine, yes, there is some kind of light in us, but if that's the case, wouldn't the Creator want to just leave something like a manual behind or something to say, like, if you're believing in Jesus, you got something right here. You know how people are, I mean, look at the government now. You look back at Caesar, you look back at all the governments, you look back at Atlantis, you look back at everything, and you see that, then there was angels way back then and everything. Okay, so you heard angels. All right, are they here now? Could very well be. Could very well be. Okay. Anyway, we got a long show here today, obviously. It almost looks like a pajama top or something. But yes, why wouldn't that be left behind? Why wouldn't it? How can you not believe? If you believe in Jesus, you're talking about the Almighty Creator would not be able to leave a book around? And then if he did, and his arch enemy, Satan, the devil, whatever his name is, may call it all kinds of things, creature didn't like this creature, wanted this creature, whatever. He didn't want it to be like this. He thought he was better. He didn't think that everyone should give worship to God. Why give it to God? I want it. I look at me. Yes, God gave you these abilities. He gave it to you as a gift. He gave it to you, the qualities that He possessed, in a way. Everything. We're made in His image. I don't know. It's just bizarre. Because I'm not here saying, listen to me, I'm right, because I'm not right. I only listen to an organization that they did things pretty decent. Not saying they're it, but I'm not a gullible guy. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid by any means at all. I just opened the door one day and I just couldn't help but say to myself, does really make sense, but I have to try it out. I have to test it out. I have to do it. And the thing is, Satan wants you to give up. He don't want you to succeed. He don't want you. Most people can't get past a year or 2 years doing it, or whatever, 3 years. He wants you to stop. You just think all the people that went to church, that don't go to church, that switch churches, now go to a different church, and now they get their spirituality through a computer or something. I mean, or all the shows, it's all about witchcraft, witch this, witch that. It's all about mystical stuff, mystical way, light years. We'll be right back.